now.
Well, take us into the intro, man.
Welcome back to the dojo, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for another Sunday night stream. Now, we didn't get anyone tweeting topic suggestions at us last week, although I did get an idea from one of our viewers. Tonight, we will be planning out a comic book tonight.
And if it goes somewhere, it goes somewhere. I mean, hey, we all have the means to sketch this out. It
Yep,
just depends on the art skills of the creators. Before that,
absolutely.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, before that, just a couple of announcements. One from me in particular. Uh, I will be missing Sunday stream for a little bit, possibly next Sunday and the Sunday after. I'm picking up a microphone, a new microphone for my computer so that I can stop using this thing. So I wanna get everything tested out sound quality wise and get a few things shot for my channel personally before I bring it on Dojo.
Yep,
Um, it's only gonna be like 2 Sundays, so I apologize in advance for that. You're gonna have some more. You'll just have. I just thought I'd put out some warning, some form of warning.
absolutely. Um, and we do have some plans for the dojo. Don't worry. I know not all of them were covered in that Saturday stream I did a few weeks ago. Maybe we'll do that again at another date, just to keep you guys up to date. But for tonight, we're just planning a comic book.
Yeah,
Kamen Rider will be joining us in a little bit.
sorry, I forgot that you announced that. Tech Talk Tuesday will happen this week, but probably not next week. I thought I'd put that out there too.
Yep. So it'll
Kind of
just
cool.
be. So we'll just have like a short period of time where JT is off getting set up to do better videos.
Yeah. Um, I've got the means of shooting them sitting right next to me. We'll probably cover this thing in Tech Talk Tuesday as well as the microphone that I'm picking up. Um, anyway, let's get started into this.
Absolutely. So the first thing you need to obviously think about when writing a comic book, I think, would be more or less the setting. What kind of world does this take place in, and what are the rules that apply?
Yeah, essentially, it's just like building a video game. The only difference is you're reading it versus playing it. It's the physics of the world, the makeup of the world, what
Period.
time period. Thank you. What time period it takes place in, and the laws with which the character has to follow, or subsequently not follow when traversing the world.
Exactly.
So, what would be a good time period do you think we should set this in?
Personally, I'm a fan of like far off distant planets where it's like it's very clearly in the future, but they're without a means to like really make use of a lot of it. It's very they're still living in wooden houses, and
Okay,
it's still kind of like a raggedy planet.
much like what was that? Star Ocean 5 Integrity and Faithlessness. Okay, a little bit of backstory on that. Star Ocean is a long-running series that started in on PS1 in Japan and PSP in America. The current iteration of Star Ocean, integrity and faithlessness takes place on a planet that laws prevent from colonization because it's essentially set in me in it's essentially an underdeveloped planet. It's set in medieval times, practically, and well, intergalactic space law prohibits any sort of interference with the planet. They have to grow up and grow their own means and whatnot. Develop the means for interplanetary travel on their own. Something to that effect.
Well, what I'm thinking of is like I like when it's a desert planet and things go kind of cowboy.
Cowboy Bebop. No, not Cowboy Bebop. Trigun.
A little bit like Trigun, a little bit like Desert Punk.
Oh God, I love Desert Punk. There are points in time where a man has to stand and fight, and then there are other times when he's got to run like a bitch.
That's how a smart
Sorry.
man lives.
He's a badass though. Anyway,
Yeah, so it's like something like that. Or
okay,
like
I
very
get you.
clearly in the future they've got access to some of the tech but don't have access to other parts of it, so it's not really, it doesn't look futuristic except for the gadgets around them.
Okay, so they got spaceships but revolvers.
Yeah.
All right, I could dig that. I could work with that. Okay, so we got a setting. It's far off in the distant future, but with fucking revolvers and spaceships. We
Yeah.
got like a almost like a cowboy setting. Characters.
Um well, why don't we go with a cowboy? I typically like to base main characters off of my own particular sense of style, which is very much cowboy. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking kind of blue jeans that are more or less torn at the bottom with cowboy boots and spurs on.
Yeah, naturally.
A long duster, probably made out of some kind of material with patches all over it. You know, from like his favorite saloons and hotels he's been to.
Yeah.
Kind of a low brimmed hat and a pair of these.
Oh, I want those so bad. Vash the Stampede. Oh,
Yep. Oh,
sorry.
welcome, Tone.
Hey, Tone. How's it going? Did you catch the first announcement?
Um, I'm sure she'll find out later. We'll mention it at the end too.
That's fine. Um, okay, so we got that character. Sounds pretty badass. What kind of weapon would you give him? Just a standard revolver, sawed-off double-barrel shotgun that he uses one-handed,
I would say
repeating
a.
rifle.
I would actually say, and this is going to sound ridiculous, but a like something like a contender. It's one round, but you can key it up to be a powerful round.
Okay, I could go with that. Or maybe something he could flip around into a pair of brass knuckles, much like Reed's knuckle duster.
Yeah.
It fires straight out of the chamber, and you can swing it back, and it's got a big old just fucking knuckle piece right here, or rather right here because that's right about where you're gonna connect.
Yep.
So how he holds it is where the handle would be is uh, what it covers the pinky, and then he can just pull it up in trigger form and just fire right out of the fucking chamber.
I'm liking it.
That'd be
Um,
something I could see him tucking into his boot.
yeah, and I'm thinking very rock and roll kind of thing. Rock and roll, very early heavy metal setting,
Hmm.
kind of like for visual, like clothing style and music.
Okay. All right,
So
then.
like that mixed with cowboy.
So we're almost giving it more of a punk feel than a cowboy feel when it comes to certain character designs and music choice.
Yep, sort of that like American badass kind of thing. Cowboys and bikers and
Hmm. So a lot of the baddies, so to speak, would probably be like the biker gang kind of thing.
kind of, yeah.
I could see
Uh,
just this really big dude with really long earlobes and a mohawk. and a black vest with, their biker label on the back. He pulls out from his back a gigantic, it's a revolving fucking grenade launcher. Or a
And
revolving RPG.
I want this character to be very unperturbed by things. Like, he doesn't say much, but he's always grinning.
Much like Alucard.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, it's that kind of a grin where it's just like, he gets it like it's almost a joke, like, picture it with me.
I gotcha. Okay.
And it's
he's
like
got,
just before.
sorry.
Go ahead.
He's got the steadiest aim on that planet. He's able to shoot this biker dude, or shoot a rocket in this biker dude's launcher straight down the barrel from like 500 feet away with his little revolver, or with his contender.
Yep, and every time he's about to do something badass, the panel of the comic will zoom in on like the light glinting off of his glasses.
Yes. Yes. Side character that shows up.
Do we want to do like like his the two cowboys in the west, or do we want to do like a female secondary character?
Now, the female should be a romance route all on its side. That could be a separate side character kind of thing.
Okay.
She ends up joining the party later on. This guy I'm thinking of, I'm going to pretty much model him after myself because I'm very vain. I'm kidding about the vain part, but about it. How about I model him after a design or a design that I like a lot.
Okay.
So the black button up, the Marlboro Black 100 hanging out of his mouth, the cigarette. Somewhat shortish black hair. It stops right about mid forehead. Kind of unkempt. On his side would probably be a just the Magnum 357. Tweaked, obviously, but essentially same design.
So very like dressy.
Yeah, he just kind of shows up every now and again, and those two kind of have a sarcastic conversation. He flicks his cigarette, and they start the whole draw thing with the other guys.
Yeah, I could see it too, because like I could imagine the secondary character giving the main character a lot of shit for using a gun that only fires one bullet at a time.
Yeah. But this character has the fastest trigger finger. His aim is just below the main character's, but he's got a faster trigger finger. So he's better for closer combat. Whereas your dude, the character you came up with, can fucking snipe somebody with his little yes, exactly.
Built-in scope and all.
Yeah. I could probably design something up for that. I like gun designs.
Yeah. The Contender especially is a very pretty handgun.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of a dueling pistol, which is why I like it for this part.
Yeah. That fits. Dudes sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I didn't have the thought formed all the way.
Oh, well, I was thinking for the female, for the love interest, let's make her a harlot because, you've got the saloons in the cowboy setting.
Yeah, why not have a whore?
And, and let's make it actually a very nice romance, too, because, like, why not?
Roxanne. Don't put your red light on. We should call her Roxanne after that song.
Yeah, I think that'd be nice. I'm thinking part of the joke is that, like, the main character, he loves to travel and he loves to have a good time, but he can't hold his liquor.
So at one point you just see after like 2 shots, you just see him sitting there like zoned out, but you can't see through his glasses.
So you think he's deep in thought, or like he suspects someone in the bar or something?
And then you just see him go from this stoic expression to you never could hold his liquor.
No control.
Yes.
And it's like you've got some honky tonk rock and roll playing out of the jukebox.
Somebody kicks in the door of the saloon and it just goes into like Cannibal Corpse or something.
Yep. And what I'm thinking is like there would be several arcs to this story, but there's no end goal.
No. There's never been an end goal in the Wild West except to die.
But there's a mansion that is mine at the end of that line between some numbers on a stone. Yep, and it's just like they go from town to town solving problems.
By accident. They solve problems by accident.
They get wrapped up in it against their will. And eventually, because they keep, falling bass backwards into these situations, they start accruing bounties on their heads.
6 billion double dollars.
Well, we have to call them something different. We can call them.
I know. Quote.
I would like to call them geodes because you can find a lot of geodes in the desert, and I would imagine that'd be something you could base.
Yeah, that could be used as like a form of currency.
The word geode, and it'd just be like, but the geodes on this planet are rare and contain very valuable crystals, so that's like the currency backing.
They power the spaceships.
Yeah,
they power the shuttles. So essentially, you're trading fuel for whatever.
Yep, and I want the main character to ride like a chopper style.
Mm-hmm. That would fit.
And I could imagine you like in this in like a wagon or something, or like a car, like a desert car, like probably your character.
Probably a car of some sort, yeah.
Like a Jeep, and you just got your elbow, like you got your character's elbow on the dash or on the door, and he's just.
There's no point in having the top on it because of the fact that there's like no fucking rain in this desert continent.
Exactly. And they just roll into town all together. And, they carefully avoid the sheriff's office.
Oh, shit.
And it's just like late at night, one of them sneaks up with like a marker and just draws all over their faces.
That'd be you.
Yep. The cowboyish character.
Yeah, I have no qualms with shooting the sheriff.
But don't shoot the deputy.
I was waiting for it. Thank you.
Kungi Mueller says, hey, your characters need to have catchy catchphrases.
That's not in the budget.
Or, this was a bad idea.
I told you just gonna quit drinking.
Or I just had a bad idea. Like I'm excited about it.
We need to like allude to Trigun in this at some point or another.
Headphones just dancing into the saloon.
Have you seen? Okay, like at some point we walk in and we just kind of poke around, like, hey, have you seen a character with blue sunglasses, a red trench coat, and some blonde hair? I owe him some. I owe him.
That would be I, sir.
We
It's a-
can't straight draw Vash the Stampede in there.
Yeah.
Copyright. Or he starts saying double dollars and then cuts it out to geodes.
Yeah.
I think that'd fit a little better.
I want a lot of like out in the desert vehicular combat.
Okay. The Jeep has a 50 millimeter chain gun on
There-
the back. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's like my the main character's out there on the chopper. You see like a band of bandits coming in, and he just hits the turn hard, so he goes sideways. He's got the contender pointed out, and he's aiming right between the grill of one of the off-roaders.
That'd be sick.
And you could have a 4-panel sequence of the bullet flying through the air into the engine.
Even better than that, there's something on. He wears like a, instead of wearing the standard belt bullet cache, you know, he's got it like around his chest so that he could just flip down the barrel of the contender and grab another bullet and just flip it back up. Your screen froze. El Chizo. Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, I'm here. You're saying standard belt bullets?
You have him strapped down across his chest so that he can just flip down the barrel, drag the barrel across one of the bullets to load it, and then flip it back up.
Like it shoots the shell behind him, so you've got that arc of smoke.
Yeah.
And then your character like drifts, so that the back end of the car or the Jeep is facing them, and you just slap on the toolbox on the back, and it opens up into a chain gun.
Right, and then just throw that shit in reverse and just fire. Because my character's meant for speed, not for aim.
Yep, so it's like you have a sequence where like the in one panel the lid starts lifting up, and then you see it folding out via like.
Dude, that would be sick as shit. What else do we got?
Well, I would say give this world an overall reason to exist.
It's a mining spot for the geodes.
Okay, so it's a mining spot, but being mining country, it's not really to be.
Okay, how about this? It's a mining spot that's just about mined out.
And the economy is rational.
Exactly. Seeing as how geodes would be our form of currency, at some point they would have to start exchanging the geodes because there's no longer a surplus of them.
And then, so that would create a rise in different kinds of crime.
Right. Not to mention, a lot of the quarries could end up like occupied by bandits or what have you.
Just traveling around trying to make it by.
Right. And Roxanne could be proficient with one of those lever action rifles.
Oh yeah, just like.
Right. So she could sit atop the quarry just picking off people who were coming behind us while we run and fight our way through.
And I would love to see like like no matter how efficient these characters are at these kinds of situations, they're constantly like, oh shit.
Yeah, exactly. From the enemy's point of view, they look like they're doing something badass, right? They're vaulting over shit, popping people in the head, running through. When really, you're right. They're just doing this whole oh shit maneuver. We just did something stupid.
We call this plan Operation All Ass.
That or one of the characters just slips and falls down into the quarry but from the enemy's point of view, it looks like they just took a nosedive.
I could see like that being my character, and I'm just sitting there going like, "Ah!"
Somehow managing to flip forward and onto his feet. That or he just straight face plants. But it looks like he landed on his hands and just because these people are
So the
tripping
other,
balls.
yep, and so the other guy has to go in after him.
Mm-hmm. But he starts sliding down the side of this quarry, and about like a quarter of the way down, he just starts rolling.
And you're just like through that
Fuck!
character's head as he's falling, like fuck, this is a new shirt.
Damn it, El Chizo, you ruined another one.
Yeah, and it's just like a big old plan. And we somehow like again bass backwards into enough money to last us for a while.
Right. Like we accidentally get money, but anytime we go to take a trade or pick up a job, it fails epically.
We end up like the underdog heroes by accident.
Yes.
Someone says "dem glasses, though." Thank you.
Ain't they just fucking awesome?
Yep, and push that whole like Merkin badass space thing going. So lots of choppers, jeeps, trucks, lots of off-road vehicles.
Definitely.
But I
Then
also
we
want to
got
like create.
sorry. I was gonna say, I feel like one of us should have like an anti-hero kind of deal.
I would think so. Yeah, like, I would
You
to do
are
it.
straight
Thing going on.
breaking up. Yeah, your internet's being backloggy as fuck. I feel like I should have hosted stream. I'm sorry.
It should calm down in a minute. What I was gonna say is like I really want to push wildlife of this planet.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of reptiles,
Lizard
arthropods.
men.
Yeah, but also like creatures that you could hunt.
Yeah. I feel like there should be an explanation as to why you can shoot as far as you can.
Well, what if we had it so that the glasses concealed cybernetic eyes?
I was gonna say some sort of eye augmentation. You never
He
take them
can
off.
work like like analog.
Yeah. And he's straight just it's all controlled by the mind. It's not like you have to like dial in a zoom or something.
Yeah, just like if you flex the muscles around it.
Right. The more you squint, the further you zoom.
And then it's just pop. You know, it's like what I would like too is like because the contender has this gimmick where I say gimmick, but this function where it can actually swap out barrels to different calibers and even shotgun barrels.
What?
The belt around his yeah, I would like the belt around his waist to have different barrels that he could swap out.
That would make a lot of sense. Guess who's going to guess who's going to be looking that gun up?
Uh, so I think it'd be kind of cool to see this character adapt and learn new kinds of ammunition and like in this series.
I see, says the blind man.
because like maybe this gun is actually something special on this planet, and there are very few barrels that exist for it.
Right. So he's got the collection. And he's right. Kung E. Mueller states we'd have to have some sort of kryptonite for our characters. I thought we covered
So
that.
I
You
would say,
can't hold your liquor.
yeah, I can liquor. I think it'd like be more of a range thing if talking fighting prowess, because like you do better up close and I do better far away.
Right. So if in any point I'm held down by a sniper, I'm fucked.
Which means that roughly I have to figure out where that sniper is.
Right. Therefore, we are the perfect team in this comic book. I take care of anything that comes near us, whereas you take care of anything that's far away. However, there's going to have to be an episode where we're separated and we have to figure out how to overcome that obstacle.
Yep. I definitely want some kind of indigenous race on this planet too.
Mm, some sort of gross infection as well, almost like a sentient fungus.
Absolutely. And this, I want this indigenous race to be very tribal. Desert planet where there's not really a lot of resources other than happens to be a form of fuel.
Yeah,
Not going to advance very far.
no, not at all. Something like Avatar.
Kinda.
To that
So
effect.
this, yeah. So this indigenous tribe not happy with people landing on their planet.
They come at us with like primitive bows and arrows and whatnot, but they're very, very good with them.
Absolutely, they know how to create arrows that that are extremely potent. They've got venom on them.
They've coded certain specific arrows in that fungus I was talking about earlier to infect the people staying here.
Of course, they've developed a cure for it,
Yeah,
and like I could see us having like characters having interactions with uh, different tribes within that. Tone's asking if she would have a role. I could see her as like a mechanic, honestly.
yeah, we'd need somebody to fix up our shit.
Like we have like this one town we keep going back to.
Hey, we fucked up again.
It's like I busted my bike.
I need to bolt down my chain gun again.
Constant just scolding. Like, how the hell did you manage to knock this thing loose? I welded it down.
You see, what had happened was
I don't want to hear excuses.
it's not an excuse. Everything we do is by accident.
Send us away. We sulk away.
At this point, I'm just gonna stop trying to talk reason.
Come on, let's go to Crazy Aces and Eights.
I need a drink. You're right. I'm limiting you to a shot and a half.
But it's
I have to pour your ass in the bed.
So it's like we're well known in this town, and it's one of the few towns where we aren't wanted.
Right.
So our characters have saved this town a few times.
Yeah. From dumbass bandits. Specifically probably that biker gang I mentioned earlier.
Yeah. Just walk into the bar and they'll be like, "Hey, what do you have?" And like, I've heard, you got any of that Amber Sudsy stuff? Yeah, I've been hearing good things about it. I think I'd like to try it.
Give him a thimble.
So it's like, yeah, these characters would keep coming back to that. I would like to say I want to include a few oasis spots, paradises, diamonds in the rough in this desert.
Yeah.
The oases are one of the few rich places on this planet.
Or they're just gigantic lakes of fresh water.
And it's like roll into one, and because they look like it's like I look like this dirty cowboy, but you have a sense of fashion. They think I'm like your bodyguard or something.
Right. So, Fancy Pants, the fuck brings you here? Is this your bodyguard, you little bitch?
And it's like I start drawing my gun not because like I'm acting as the bodyguard, but because I'm pissed that I'm being called a bodyguard.
Mm-mm-mm. They called me Posh Spice.
And it's like we become that going to that place, we find out that it's actually run by organized crime, and in an attempt to like do someone a favor and get something back from this organized crime boss, we become even more wanted in that town.
Oh god, that would suck so bad. We'd never be able to go there again.
Yeah. And it'd just be like, I told you this was a bad idea. You said it was your bad idea.
You pulled your gun first.
And so what did we learn? Don't let me pull my gun.
Either way, we were going to get shot at. You put your hand on it. You grasped it firmly and started pulling it out.
What? I would love to see, Roxanne sitting there rolling her eyes.
I was the one who had to put your gun back in your pants and pull mine out.
Oh, and I love this main character's thing to be like gumballs, like, the quarter gumball machines.
Oh, gosh. So, Tone admits to her role being accurate.
I could see it too, like the young genius mechanic.
Right.
Like the big ass welding goggles on the forehead, giant spanner.
Yeah. Big old gas welder because nobody has a MIG or a TIG welder.
And I just imagine, like, she looks at these vehicles.
Kongi Mueller says something to the. Oh, I gotta read it again. You should get a late night talk show host to make an appearance in your comic.
Maybe as like a radio host.
Yeah, because there's no such thing as TV in this era. Radio would be feasible.
We're getting very soft with like what technology exists and what doesn't.
Yeah.
To be so advanced that there's TV, but maybe radio.
Right.
But yeah, so it's like I want there to be like a town that's more or less devastated from some past all the way through.
Okay.
It's like it's also the host of a big black market.
Oh, so like the black market showed up there.
Yep, so to take advantage of the destitute area, so that's the only way they get work as go-betweens. Chapter would raise the moral question of, would it be right to get rid of the black market in this place?
There should be just one area, okay? Just completely technologically advanced.
A place that survived, economically enough to the point where they still have lots of tech.
No, it's a relic from when they landed on that planet.
Ah.
It's completely technologically advanced. Everything still works because it the only reason it works is because it's like an underground factory devoted to churning out geodes. Essentially, they figured out how to recreate the the pattern arrangement to fuel the ships. So it just keeps creating geodes to power itself.
Sustaining.
Yeah, it's self-sustaining and it produces mass amounts of geodes from just the rock that's around it.
You blow it the fuck up.
We blow it the fuck up.
It's like, I told you, don't push the big red button. It looked like candy.
Are you still drunk from the night before?
Oh.
Give me that flask.
It's just like, that does it. You're sober. I have to switch a cola.
Hold that thought. Give me that. You son of a bitch!
It's just like, you just banned me from alcohol, so I have to go, like, to glass bottle cola.
No more for you. You drank our stash. Though I feel like it'd be the other way around and I would be drinking the stash.
Well, it's like you're cutting me off because I can't handle it.
Mm-hmm. So I spike your cola a little bit so you can deal with it.
And it just be like to distract some enemies one time, like I took the gun out of my mouth and stick it on
Mm-hmm.
top of the bottle of cola and start shaking it. So that bubbles start forming. Like the carbon in it carries it away, and I just aim for the bubble while it's floating over them. The pressure causes it down.
Fucking glass shards in people's eyes. What was... Ah! Is that an SD card slot on my laptop? I don't believe I've noticed that before.
You might want to use that for videos.
Right. Speaking of... fuck me. Speaking of which, I'm just going to clarify this. I'd be a motherfucker. It's a fucking SD card slot. Hell yeah. Sorry. Discoveries were made. Yeah. Maybe Dude will hurry up a bit. Come on, Kenny.
Yep, let me check in with him.
Yeah, because we only got maybe
he's-
a half hour
like-
or 45 minutes left.
He won't be able to make it. They are making him watch the kids at his job at camp.
Oh, buddy. All right. Thanks for letting us know, man. I appreciate it. So, sorry, Tone, you're stuck with me. Instead of
Anywho.
the
Anywho, I'd love to see this comic drawn in like a very lot of angles when focusing on the characters to create sort of a very intense but comical look.
Yeah. I gotta think of how I would do so. Because when
It's
you think
like,
comical, you usually think like rounded edges.
well, what I mean, the angles is like, it's like down from the looking down at the character, or
Yeah.
like a
Oh, okay.
splash image.
No, I got you.
And so
No.
that's how I'm.
Fuck.
Well, it's like it's a Tuesday. Never could get the hang of Tuesdays. Just like in the background, the thought blocks of Tuesdays. I'm currently at the town known as Red Fox, and I am upside down.
Why are you upside down?
And it's just like I've got rope around my body, hanging from the ceiling with a bunch of bandits pointing weapons at me.
That sounds like something you'd get yourself into as a character like that.
Lucky for me, it's like, and the thought blocks continue. Lucky for me, I have backup for the situation, which should be showing up any minute now. Way before we start pulling triggers.
Then, like, all 6 of the bandits just drop, and I'm reloading my revolver. Like, you see the tense point where the trigger's getting pulled and pulled and pulled, and then everybody just drops.
And it's just my character's hanging from the ceiling, ponytail, just brushing the floor, just be like, what took you so long?
I was smoking a cigarette. I like to have a nicotine buzz before I come in and kill people.
You couldn't come in here while you were smoking it?
No.
Why?
This is a no smoking building.
I hope you get lung cancer. Just really aggressively, like, hateful in that moment.
Oh, God. Oh, that would make the comic worth it. I should draw that in as a one-shot. Oh, shit. Yeah, that should just be a one-shot. You're hanging from the ceiling. That whole scene should just be the one shot that we send off to comic book companies.
I think it'd be cool to publish this independently, like as a web comic.
Yeah, that too. That'd definitely work out too.
So, like, you got all these great adventures you could have.
Right.
Like mysteries to be solved. Like, people are obviously getting killed by a weird sounding gun in the middle of the night that shoots like small harpoons.
I could have swore it was somebody's asshole whistling.
Oh yeah, we definitely have to have some rednecks in there.
Definitely. I wanted to. Okay, I'm gonna want to draw it up like old Dragon Ball Z style.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to happen that way. Like that era of time would fit the story that we're writing out.
Yeah. And I would definitely like. I want to see recurring characters, not like so often that you get sick of them, but I want to see them come back often enough that you recognize their faces and are happy to see them when you turn that page in the comic.
Right. Much like zombie powder.
Yeah, and it's like we get like a redneck to fix our vehicles, and one time we come back to where Tone lives, and it's just like she almost takes my head off because there's like a beer can anchored onto my exhaust. to hold it together.
Oh, she's our Wenry.
Kind of, yeah. Because like these machines are her babies.
Dude, she's our Wenry. That makes a lot of sense. Hopefully she doesn't hate being likened to Wenry.
Yeah. Kungi Mueller says you should try to come up with a funny scenario that would make your characters appear out of nowhere.
Falling down the rock quarry.
Yeah, that's one. I would say it's like I imagine Roxanne like she would know how typically saloons are set up so that women of the night can do their business. And so she talks about like secret passageways that we could make use of, like you start perving out over like the changing room or something and crash through the ceiling.
That, or as
I-
we're exploring
like,
the circus.
I crash,
Sorry.
or like I crash through the ceiling and then you scramble off.
Oh God. That, or as we're like exploring the secret passages, we happen upon a couple of characters or a couple of harlots doing their business.
And one of us has to drag the other away.
That's a toss-up as to who's who, honestly. I feel like both characters would have to drag each other away at this point. Or they start
Sit there,
running.
or it's like they're sitting there looking through the grates, just like, we should probably go. Yeah, because we've got something really important to do. Yeah, and this is kind of scum to watch them work. Yeah.
What was it we're doing again? I don't remember, do you?
Not a.
We must be scumbags.
Well, considering there are wanted posters of us in every other town we go to, I would assume it's a safe thing to say.
Yeah. The door just falls or just creaks open and dude pulls his handgun like, what the hell, man?
This is actually the guy that we're looking for.
Oh, hey, what's your name?
Just,
Okay.
Oh, yeah! We just draw and get run out of the room.
Dude, we are the Western Boondock Saints.
Yeah, and just running through the room and just get my hat, ma'am. You gotta be polite. We
You
we
might
interrupted
want to
a day of
looking cold.
It's like we interrupted a day of work. She's probably not making any money, so we just gotta say hello, apologize.
We're sorry for cutting you short. Here's 50 geodes. And you're looking a little cold. You might want to get under the blanket.
With it. Noon.
Pervy shit aside, though.
It'd definitely be kind of an action comedy.
Oh, definitely. Back to the quarry area. We accidentally spark the TNT that blows another hole in the wall, revealing just epic fuck tons of geodes. You there? One of us is about to get kicked, and I'm not sure who it is. It might be me.
I'm back.
Okay, so it was you. I thought it was me that was going to get kicked.
Anyway, so Tone's saying that like a scene like that would be both mean and creepy. That's kind of the point. It's like it's cringe comedy.
Yeah, exactly. It's
something that no decent person would ever do.
right, and our characters in this comic book are not decent characters. I mean, hell, we just got done saying they had bounties on their heads.
Although that was entirely by accident.
Fair, fair. That's how
Because
the
I would love
okay.
to have one of those.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
That's how the quarry incident, okay? The quarry incident with the TNT is how the fuck they got that bounty on their head in the first place. Coincidentally, they just so happened to pay off just about every little bit of their bounty, the bounty on their head for that specific area, with all of the geodes in the quarry that they blew out of there.
Yep. And it's just, I would love to have like an introduction into the comic with like, text blocks going just like, this is the story of two men. It's a 56 billion geodes. Men of legend, spoken on the follow me. Men of legend, spoken on the lips of women across the world. And these two men, with the worst luck you could ever imagine.
Hi, I'm JT. Wait, no, he's standing off on the side of his Jeep smoking a cigarette. He looks over at the panel. He
The
breaks
fourth
the
wall.
fourth wall. Yep, he just looks over, all badass looking, and then just, hi, I'm JT.
And it's just like, you see like my character looking off in the distance, and it's just like, how the hell did a bug get in my scope?
Ain't your fucking glasses like glued to your face, dude?
And it's just like the scope is for show anyway, and it's just hollow, and I'm just trying to shake the bug out of there.
Why do you have a scope for show?
It makes people feel intimidated.
I'd feel a little more intimidated from somebody picking me off without a scope from this distance.
Yeah, but have you ever seen how the sun glint off of a lens? It's scary.
It also makes you a bigger target.
Well, it's not like I'm not used to that.
Yeah, your run-in with the bandits last night kind of gave that away. They shot their guns at you, and not the one that slings lead. Nobody's shooting up in here.
Kung E. Mueller says, should your characters have cool hair? Well, I said it's like I'd like my character to have something like a
outside
braided ponytail, because
yeah.
I think that looks friggin' awesome.
Huh? Sorry.
Hi.
Dude, this is you're on YouTube now.
Oh, okay.
Okay. As long as you don't care.
Yep, so it's like Kung E. Mueller says, should our characters have cool hair? And it's like, I think we described our hair. Mine's gonna have like a braided ponytail, because I think that's a kick-ass look.
Yeah, mine's gonna be short. Okay, short-ish. Okay, how about this? Hold on, kick off the hat. Warning, I got bad hat head. About down to here-ish. Straight and spiky. I want my hat back.
Yep, and like most of my hair is usually gonna be like covered by the hat anyway, so.
Not mine. Well, if need be, I can throw like a bowler hat or a fedora on.
Only for disguises, though. But even then, you're gonna wear a fake mustache.
Yeah, for disguises.
It's just like fake mustache and a fake monocle with the lens poked out of it. Carrying around a pipe, indubitably.
Fucking caterpillar bullshit looking like it's a 70s porn stash. Indubitably. I shaved this morning and not my face. Oh, chin chin!
The audience hasn't heard that joke. Let's not reference it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, before that random outburst of stupidity.
Yep. I could picture us too. It's like our vehicles get wrecked so badly that we have to spend several weeks traveling around on like two-legged lizard creatures.
Essentially, those weird things from Hoth without hair.
Yep, and like an underbite.
And yes, I'm riding a velociraptor.
You see, our normal vehicles are in the shop,
And you
and we
know
got
what
these
this
from Rent-A-Wreck.
Rent-A-Rex. You know what my velociraptor is mounted with? You guessed it. A 50mm chain gun right on his tail.
Come to think of it, how is that not throwing him off balance? And the thing's just wheezing.
You should be you have to wonder where I put the rounds.
Ew.
Where I feed the rounds.
And the both of us are currently trying to outrun a bandit caravan.
Oh god, that sucks
And you're
so
just
bad.
sitting backwards in the saddle.
You see where you accidentally get where the bullets are fed from is just barely cut off in the panel. And every time after a while of the panel being shot, you look back and the fucking velociraptor looks cartoony, and it's like a cartoon version of just pain. Cartoon constipation.
And it's just like we check, our belts are out of ammo, your gun's not feeding anymore. And it's just like we have this big ass guy with like a friggin' big old just skull basher over his shoulder. And then you see something smack him right between the eyes, and he falls backwards. And there's Roxanne standing with like the lever action, just be like, "Where would you boys be without me?"
Tied to the ceiling.
You shut
Fuck
up
you,
about that.
man. It was no
It's just-
smoking.
Since when have you given a damn?
Oh, but this place is no smoking too, and you walked right in here and shot everybody with a cigarette hanging out your mouth. So shut up. Yeah, you don't chew tobacco, you chew bubbly gum. That's a good idea.
Just I'm just pulling it out of my beard, trying to look badass with gum.
That or a sucker.
It's smoking because I'm licking it so fast.
Damn it. Oh. Reminds me of the dude from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure the cherry.
Yep. Lelo, 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 lelo.
I feel so bad for that cherry.
It must feel so violated.
Right. Nobody should ever have to be subject to somebody violating a cherry like that.
Oh, I want an entire episode, or well, not episode, chapter that's settled without guns. It's a poker tournament,
Okay.
and the characters have to rig it
They have to rig the poker tournament in whose favor?
in their own, because their job, because they need to, while there is a cash prize, they have to return a family heirloom to someone, and the payment was the cash prize.
Oh, so they have to win it.
Yep.
Well, I'd have told them to piss off.
Yeah, but then I'd be like, but dude, players get access to the free buffet.
I'm sold. We haven't eaten in like 3 days.
Okay, let's enter. How much to enter? I will fund your entry. Okay.
You get your heirloom, we get food. We'll smoke your. Never mind. We'll babysit your cat for food.
Yep. And it's like somewhere along the line, everything just hits the fan. So we have to scramble, grab the heirloom and some food, and bolt. And it's like we didn't even intend to grab the heirloom. You grabbed you just stuffed your bags with what was sitting on the prize table, and you just happened to give the heirloom back to the owner. Because they're like, I didn't mean to grab it.
I actually did not mean to grab this for you, but here you go. Prize money got fucked anyway. We got busted rigging it up.
Tone says, don't bring Cherry Man up.
My bad. I agree with that shiver, though. Like, I'm actually imagining it from the cherry's point of view, and I just don't want to be surrounded by somebody's tongue. Oh, God, that's saliva.
I would want it to be something kind of like Mushishi, where it's like, well, there are definite character aspects to our characters, but they're not focused on.
Yeah. Little quirks here and there.
It's just like we take up a job trying to capture a pedigree bred lizard, and it's just I'm sitting there, and it's just I'm sit there, my arms stuck in a hole in the wall, like feeling around for the lizard, and Roxanne's on the other side saying it's just like, normally this isn't what men do with holes in walls.
Go, Roxanne. Roxanne.
And I just want her to be like super sassy.
Cut over to like another brothel scene and then cut back. Or like some
You're
dude
just
with his
sitting there.
naked ass cheeks right up against a wall saying he's stuck. Guys, I'm stuck. Help. Ah, there's teeth.
And I would like us to set it up to the point where it could be animated.
That would be fantastic.
Because I'm thinking it's like you could mix in like a little country blues shuffle for the opening scene every time,
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
simple.
Every now and again, because you mentioned something about it being like heavy metal and punk.
Yeah.
No, that
it's
could
just
be
like that's
really good like background music for when they're talking.
Yeah, so when they're talking, it's just like, especially during the comedy scenes when they're like wandering around, their faces are gaunt, they haven't eaten, and they're thirsty.
Yes.
You know, just
I'm so hungry.
we haven't eaten in 3 days.
And guess what? We're out.
Roxanne's just like sitting there, goes like, "Well, if you guys didn't decide to have a celebratory feast for the new moon, which was literally just an excuse to which was literally just an excuse to barbecue up the last of our meat and drink all of our."
Right. Ah. Shit. Again. That's rough. Need to rinse that out. Oh, pardon me. I don't know if anybody can hear me. He's the one hosting, and I can't see anything. I think he's. Are you back?
That was weird.
Sorry, Tone. Do you just want me to host this?
Yeah, all right. So I'll
Like
put
for
my
the last
Genius.
15 minutes?
Well, if it's only going to be 15 minutes, I don't think it'd be worth setting up an entire other video.
Right. It depends on how long you want to go. I mean, we said, yeah, an hour to an hour and a half, but now
Well,
that I'm
why don't we
getting.
go for like another 10 minutes and then we'll call it.
I was going to say, like, I'm getting really well into this topic.
Oh, all right, then why don't we go for the whole shebang? And then the next time we cut out, we'll take that as the signal to swap over.
Yeah, anytime that we start messing up, we'll just. Or that signal starts messing up, we're just going to have to switch it.
Yep. So, we're good for now. We'll swap over later.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's walk
And
through
what do
this.
you mean by quality streaming right here, folks?
Keep cutting out.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say the guitar serenade helps.
Yeah, so it's like walking through. Follow me on this stream. It's just like on this little adventure here. It's like Roxanne was accusing us of having, too much partying last night as we're traveling through the desert, and one of us just goes, "This is no time for accusation." I think this is the exact time for accusation.
We have to
No.
worry about our next meal.
Yeah.
You can keep talking. I'm gonna step out for a cigarette real quick.
Okie doke.
All my characters smoke because until I quit smoking, they're an accurate representation of me. You should record some of that.
It's just me fooling around. And besides, it is recorded now.
Yeah. No, I mean record some of the actual guitar stuff.
I suppose that'd be kind of fun. I mean, this is an electric acoustic, so
Yeah. Oh, I know. If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. I can't wait to get that new microphone.
I believe it. One of the cats needs to let out. I just need to open my door real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, do your thing.
Okie doke, that's taken care of. All good.
So we got little shit kind of planned out.
And that's
We
kind
should
of what I want
probably-
this comic to be.
Just little shit, no direct main story.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like little shit that just gets blown out of proportion. And then we have like a couple chapter arcs.
It sounds like a plan. I mean, there ain't really no. I won't lie. I'm kind of watching shit. Kind of tired of watching shit that and reading shit that just has this long, drawn out storyline or stuff to that effect.
What we're essentially making is popcorn material
Mm-hmm.
in comic book form.
You get what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
I'm feeling some popcorn material.
Yep. Because sometimes you just want something that, like you don't have to feel bad about missing one time that an issue comes out.
Right, because it's not integral to the story. Because they're just a bunch of cheap little stories.
Yep, and it's just kind of like, okay, what kind of trouble are they getting into this time?
Right. Oh, there we go. I got myself some water. No caffeinated beverages for me.
And I think it'd be fun, like if we had like a Weekend Dojo website to post the webcomic on there.
Yeah.
But that's sometime in the future, I think, after we've got some more members.
After we got some more members and we can actually afford to uphold a domain.
Yep. But I think that'd be a great place to put the webcomic.
I feel it.
It's like I could see we have an artist, JT, and I write out the script for this arc with notes as to how we want it drawn.
Little what's the word? Storyboards.
Yeah, like directing stuff so that the artist knows, like, okay, I'll draw it like this, but I'll draw it in my style.
Yeah, they're getting stick figures.
Yeah, very carefully planned out stick figures, but stick figures nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, I could put the time and effort into drawing something out, but
No, I think we would want a dedicated artist.
yeah. Besides, like I said, I've got like a shit ton of projects to deal with anyway, so
Yep, absolutely.
whatever keeps me busy. I don't
Yep.
have very many good areas to shoot here.
That's why you gotta get yourself a tripod, man.
No, I mean, like, there's not a lot of good stuff to just shoot.
Oh,
Where
true.
I'm at's a fairly heavy urban area, so
Yeah, I feel like you would want to go into Canal Fulton a lot to film.
to shoot, yeah. There's a lot of areas there that don't exactly flock people.
Yep, like they still got that playground there, right, with the big open field?
The big open field and the skate park.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I could see you filming there.
there's a lot of kids at the skate park.
Oh, true.
Actually,
But there,
that skate park is fairly popular.
well, there are plenty of places there though that you could.
And it's okay, it's not even a good skate park, okay? All of
I'm
the
not a skater, so
fucking
I can't judge.
No, all of the fucking ramps, instead of them like leveling off into the ground, they're made of plywood, so they're made for bikes. So when you come down the ramp, there's just that small lip
Yeah,
that you could obviously just bust your face on trying to go up this ramp. Sorry.
it's no problem.
It's side topic. There was a they're lighting another fire outside. Okay, side topic. There's this skate park down in Barberton. I call it Barbertucky. No, it's Springfield. Um, one of the little ramps there, it was more like a bowl. You go down into this bowl and there was just this little lip of concrete that came out. Just a little bit, just enough to catch your wheel. So when you come down, your your wheel catches this piece of concrete and it jets you straight from the board onto your face at the bottom of the ramp.
Oh,
So like
jeez.
here's you on your board. Pretend my pinky finger's where your face would be. You come down, your board stops here, you keep going. And then your board just catches you the rest of the way between the legs. Trust me, I've been there.
I would love to have someone actually animate some of these conversations we have on Sunday night stream.
Right.
Not even good, like not even like very detailed animations, just something simple to get the idea across.
Right, like stick figure fucking animations. So that whenever we go into like a little memory or a side conversation and we're explaining this shit, people could actually see this person getting hit in the face and just the splatter of blood across the ground. Because it
This is
would,
just like a pixelated game over their heads,
yeah, or
or like a
knockout.
reference, or like a reference to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Yes.
I played that before, not well, but I played it.
I played the hell out of it. Actually, one of the bands um that did a song for that game just recently became my favorite band. Goldfinger. Superman is the song. If my phone wasn't dead, I'd play it.
Yeah,
It's the ska punk band that you hear playing the first map. Sorry, sidetracked conversation.
no problem. But yeah, that's why I'm thinking it would be like great to have an animator do
Just
stuff
come
like
in
that.
and animate our conversations. That would be fantastic. Just take our whole stream in it. Whenever we start describing something they animate it over top. Okay, I think within the next 5 minutes we go into like an open discussion for a half hour, or 15 minutes open discussion, and then like 15 minutes questions and answers.
Sounds good. So, if I were to market this comic, I would definitely, I would love to do something about it here on the channel. Maybe if we get a comic book reviewer in the future, have him review
Just
the
poke
first couple
around
of
at
issues.
it.
Yep. Uh,
Yeah.
and I would definitely love to have a website to put it up on, but that's in the future, not now.
I'm sure you can like put something up on mobile like Webtoon.
Oh yeah, I guess you could.
Webtoon has a site where you can upload and then it's viewed on mobile and you blah blah blah.
Yep. Oh, so aside from, I'm thinking we can do market some merch on Merch by Amazon as well.
Oh, for our specific. Oh, okay. No, you were mentioning something about us being able to get merchandise marketed out.
Yep, Merch by Amazon will do T-shirts. I think I would have to set up a PayPal or something to do other stuff on Redbubble.
Well, I already have a PayPal.
Oh, cool.
I
So you could
just
like just go to,
probably need help.
yep, you would just have to go to Redbubble and sign up, and then they'll pay you, you know, through PayPal for all of the stuff you sell.
I got to pay off my PayPal credit account first, though,
Ah,
because I'm not having Dojo money go straight into paying off my credit.
that's
Got me
fair.
fucked up.
But I
And
think
then
it'd be
I was gonna say either way, you probably should set up a PayPal so that some of the proceeds or whatever percentage of the proceeds that we get from marketing merch, we can split up.
that's fair. I think though it's like we'll have to sort something out because depending on whose uh, logos are selling the most, we'll figure it out. We're not going to get into the whole bureaucratic thing right here on stream.
Right. We'll deal with that after we close up stream.
But we are still working on getting merch out to you guys.
Yeah. I feel like the Bughead would sell the best.
You really think the Bughead looks that nice?
Yeah. Slackjaw looks cool and all, but the Bughead's a little more popular.
It's just something I came up with one time in Microsoft Paint that a friend updated for me.
Fair enough.
Which I'm going to try to get his permission to do sell as his merch. I think he'll be cool with it, but I definitely want to pay him back for it. But yeah,
Yeah, give him a little bit out of it.
I could see the Bughead like on the back of phone cases.
Yeah. Whereas my logo is a little more t-shirt quality, I think.
If we could get like a Weekend Dojo baseball hat, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, with Dojo just across the top, or maybe the Dojo logo.
Yeah, on one side.
Yeah. Or just like down in the front, dead center.
Yeah, I think that'd be really fun. Some stickers.
I know another local place, you know it too, actually, that does t-shirts.
Really?
Game Day.
Oh.
Yeah, Game Day Sportswear. I'm pretty sure I could get them to print out our logo on t-shirts.
Yep. The
And then we
reason I
can
like
order 'em. Sorry.
well, the reason I like Redbubble and Amazon is like that way we wouldn't have to put pressure on the audience, you guys, to buy them up while they last because they're made as they're ordered.
Good point. Good point. I want them to be. I want to see if it costs a little more to make them Prime accessible.
That'd be definitely worth looking into.
That way, you order it and you get it 2 days later. No, you know what? We'll get into the bureaucratics later because I have my own opinions on that stuff.
Yep. But yeah, I think merchandise. We'll think about it. I think it'd be cool to have T-shirts and maybe hats out. Some stickers, I think, would be cool too.
Stickers, definitely. And I apologize. I completely forgot to just post on Twitter. But nobody came at me with a plan.
Yeah. Don't forget, guys, that we appreciate it if you can tweet topic ideas at us for the coming week. If there's more than one, then we'll hold a vote.
Yeah, because like we want to be a little more what's the word? We want
Viewer
our viewers,
accessible.
yes, viewer accessible. We want our viewers to be a little more involved in the channel, not just us. I mean, we can spout off on our own ideas all day, but throw the tweet up. It'd be nice.
Yep, just at weekend_dojo, all lowercase.
Yeah. Um,
I think that's about it for what we can do as far as open discussion goes. If you guys are
questions?
still,
Go ahead. I cut you off.
no, it was nothing important. I don't think we're gonna have many questions.
Probably not. I mean, we just filled up like a solid hour and a half about a comic book we should create, and I like the idea that we put out there. All of them.
Yep.
Much with the whole popcorn comic thing, it makes it a little easier because you don't have to follow like a strict storyline. You can just draw and write whatever comes to mind.
Yeah, I kind of want to go for the whole newsstand comic book thing.
Yeah. Little 4-panel one-shots.
Like at the back of the comic.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you've got that week's adventure and then little 4-panel.
Little 4-panel comic relief.
Maybe like a code in the exclusive to the comic book that you can use to get like discounted merch.
Yeah, discounted t-shirt, or we'd have to come up with merchandise for that too.
Yep.
Probably just t-shirts, hats, and wallets. Definitely the wallets.
Yep. The t-shirt maybe just having like covers on them.
Definitely. Like covers of our different issues?
Yeah.
Or we pick our favorite pages from that issue too, and we can throw them up on a t-shirt.
Yeah, like the splash art.
Yeah, probably mostly our comedic value fucking pages can go up on t-shirts. And people will be like, hey, that actually came from the comic. Cool.
Yep. Weekend Dojo Entertainment.
Yeah, at this point, it's no longer a studio. It's a fucking entertainment company. We're starting to put, right. We're starting to dip our hands in everything from YouTube videos to video games.
The comic books. And I would love to have us produce like toys or action figures of the characters at some point.
Collectibles of us. I hope they fix my physique. There's no fixing that.
Yeah, it's like imagine like Revuger action figures. Or like JT and Redact twin figures with like an interchangeable face.
Oh god, that'd be awkward. One with white hair, one with black.
Or because they look the same, just give them like interchangeable hair.
Right. Who would we license out to that for? Bandai.
Oh yeah, Bond. I would actually want to go independent.
We could make our own little El Chizo transformer. He goes from 9-inch dildo to El Chizo in a matter of seconds.
I would actually imagine it being a kendama.
What is a kendama? I was still laughing about the dildo comment. I'm sorry.
Oh, kendama.
Oh, please don't be bringing a sex toy on the air. Okay.
Think. And then those are killing the bridge of my nose. Think Japanese ball and cup game mixed with like trick yo-yo.
Oh, I was talking about sex toys for a minute.
Oh, I was like, just because I used to be obsessed with kendama.
I feel like that would traumatize some kids, dude. El Chizo's head pops off.
I was actually thinking it's just like it wouldn't be functional as a kendama, but it would look like one. Maybe like my arms somehow fold up into these cups here. My head is hidden underneath the ball.
I was gonna say your head is the ball, but that works too.
Nah, because then I'd have to be all super deformed.
Good point. You can just sit there and play catch with your head or something. Oh Lord.
I could see it too, though. Like my head is where the spike would be, and then the ball is like my Revuger helmet.
Yeah. Yeah. That wouldn't be bad. That would not actually be a bad idea, but they'd have to make it much akin to a pop figurehead for the helmet.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so not so much a kendama.
Yeah, well, we
I'm
figure
really
something out. It'd just
feeling
be
that-
goofy.
I really, really think it should be a 9-inch dildo.
How about let's not? Let's keep this. Because keep in mind, my channel is PG.
Fair. I think I'm the only thing, or think I'm the only reviewer here who's got like a rated R channel.
So it's just be like,
Well, I think that about covers things. There's not very much being said on group chat. We've pretty much gone through open discussion.
not much for Q&A.
Yeah.
Remember, guys, to tweet at the Weekend Dojo Twitter about topic ideas for next week. We'll hold a vote if there's more than one. Remember, it's at weekend_dojo.
And I'm sorry, I'll be missing possibly the next 2 streams because I'm picking up a new microphone, like I said, and I would like to test out the audio before bringing it anywhere near the dojo.
And we appreciate that, and we're glad you let us know.
Alrighty. Well, with that being said, this is JT here signing off, and
All right, I'll see you next time, Bugheads. It'll be just me and Kenny for a bit.
sorry again, guys. Alright.